Okay, so I am going to read you this little story on the short and sweet summaries page, which you have a copy of. And remember, it's a summary is a short and sweet retelling of a text. It only includes the most important details. Use the writing strategy of somebody wanted but so then. Okay, to help us come up with our summary. So I'm going to read it out loud, and then we'll talk about what our answers would be. Elias was assigned a big project in his social studies class. He wanted to do well on the project, but he knew it was a lot of work. He thought it would be boring too. Elias had 2 weeks until the due date. Elias could have gone home and started the project. Instead, he put it off. He went skateboarding with his friends at the park, and he played video games with his brother. When his mom suggested he clean his room, Elias happily cleaned. He chose to do anything other than the project. Elias suddenly panicked as he remembered the due date. The project was due tomorrow. He hadn't even started. He was too afraid to tell his mom. She would not be happy about this. Immediately, Elias began scrambling to figure out how he could get the project done on time. At school the next day, Elias turned in his finished product. Elias was not proud of the work he had completed. He believed it would have been much better if he spent more time on it. Elias wished that he had been more responsible. Okay, so now we're going to fill in our chart. And you've got this paper so you can fill it in as we go over it. So we know that the somebody, the main character, is Elias. It says his name over and over, right? Everything's about him. And then for what did he want? Well, he wanted to do well on his project. But what happened? Well, he thought it was going to be boring, right? He didn't want to work on it right away because he could think of all these other better things to do. So he waited until the last minute, right? He waited till the day right before it was due to even get started. And then what happened? Well, because he waited till the very last minute, he was not happy with his project. So he kind of, I think, regretted that he had wasted all his time because his product could have been better. All right, so I'm going to show you how I put my paragraph together using that chart. What I would like for you to do is pause this video and kind of come up with the 3-sentence summary on the lines below this chart on your own. Put it in your own words. Go back and look at the text if you need some help with that. But you've got the main ideas now of the somebody wanted but so then. So pause this and then I'll share mine with you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my 3-sentence summary, and I think mine is actually 4 sentences, but that's okay. Elias wants to do well on his social studies project, but he thinks that it will be a lot of work and probably boring. He puts it off until the day before it is due. He ends up finishing the project, but he is unhappy with his work. He knows his project would have been, I left a word out, guys, would have been better if he hadn't procrastinated. Okay, let me fix this because that doesn't look good right there, does it? All right, so in front of this, I'll say if he hadn't procrastinated, and then we'll just draw that out, I think, so it will go on one side. Okay, there we go. So we got all the factors from our chart of somebody wanted but so then. We've got the main character, what was he wanted to do, but what was kind of keeping him from doing that. And then, so what did that mean for him? He put it off, right? And then that means he wasn't happy with his work. Okay, so on the back of your copy of the short and sweet summaries, you should find one that says write a simple summary. So it's the same organizer but with a little more room, and then a box at the bottom for you to write a summary on. So I would like you to use something that you are currently reading, whether that's something y'all have read together in class or if it's a book that you're reading on your own. It could be just one chapter from a book. It could be a whole book if it's something that you remember really well. But I want you to complete that organizer of Somebody Wanted But So Then, and then use the information from that to write your summary. And depending on how much time you have left, maybe y'all can share some of your summaries with each other.